Hi everybody, it's Jennifer and I am working on my first vlog for YouTube where I'm going to try to record and document my training and a trip to Portugal and Spain to walk part of the Portuguese Camino to Santiago de Compostela. And I'm doing this with my daughter in September, so that's about 3 months from now. We're training remotely together, kind of like COVID, right? Where she lives in another city, so we're just kind of encouraging each other, sending videos, keeping each other on track. We just started our training. You can see I've got my pack on here. I have about 17 pounds in my pack. We'll see if I can get that lighter for the trip, but I really wouldn't count on it. It might end up being heavier. But to give you an idea of our trip, we're only gonna be, I guess, traveling for 11 to 12 days, which might not seem very long to some of you, but it's a long vacation for me, and so I'm really excited about it. We're going to fly into Porto, Portugal, stay for a day in Porto, walk around, go visit the Cathedral, and then the next day we'll take a train to Vigo, and then we'll have to get some sort of transportation, either a taxi or a bus to Baiona. And Baiona is on the coast of Portugal, so we're gonna start on the coastal route of Portugal. Spain. We actually don't get to walk in Portugal at all. So we're gonna start in Spain. So ignore what I just said about Portugal. And we're gonna walk, I think 2 days on the coastal route before we divert to the central route. And the total walking days will probably be 6 to 7. But one of those days might be a rest day in Pontevedra, because even though our purpose is to walk on the Camino, it's also a vacation for us, and we haven't explored any of these countries, and so we wanted to spend a whole day just learning about the history, going and visiting all the different sites and that sort of thing. So we're going to take our time in Pontevedra to do that. And then when we get to Santiago, we're gonna stay an extra night in Santiago because we wanna really explore that city and make sure that we have time to go to the Pilgrims Mass in Santiago at the Cathedral, where the relics of St. James, one of Jesus's apostles, is said to be interred. And then we'll take a bus back to Portugal on the last day, stay the night in Porto one last night, and fly home. So we're getting ready to do that. We're practicing with our packs, making sure that we are used to carrying the packs for multiple days, and that we have the right amount of weight in our packs for ourselves. So I'm going to include some video that my daughter sent me in this vlog, and some video from my hike yesterday.
Hi, I'm Isabelle, and I am Jennifer's daughter, and we are walking the Camino de Santiago together in September, and we are filming little vlogs as we were training for it. That was my cat, by the way. I'm just gonna do a quick 1 mile walk. We are getting lots of rain where I'm at, so it's very humid, and it's very humid, and it's actually drizzling right now. So I'll just get a walk in before I have to go back in to do some more stuff for work. But this is the backpack that I'll be wearing, REI 40 liters, and in it, just for training purposes, I have a 10-pound weight and a blanket to help soften it, and maybe also wear over my head as it is currently raining. What I'm wearing for this training little 1 mile walk. I went on a 7-mile hike yesterday. That was very intense, so I didn't want to be too crazy with it. Got a little Hoka shirt, these brown hiking pants, Hoka shoes. I'm excited about these pants. They seem that they would work well. I also got my keys. And they were given to me by a friend, so I love anything that is thrifted and that can be reused and get to go on a fun adventure with me. So I'm going to zip up my bag, put my cat back inside, and do a little quick 1 mile walk with the watch. Okay, bye. Hello, it is June 2nd, and this is my second little vlog in the training series. And I am on my lunch break, currently between sessions. So I brought my backpack with me, change of clothes, some like really cute, fun Hoka sandals. I don't know, I thought I would try out some hiking sandals, see how I like them. So far, I very much do like them. But yeah, so in my pack, I just stuck with the 10 pounds like yesterday, because I was like, it's just gonna be in my car. I'm not in that big of a hurry to add a whole bunch of weight right into my bag right away. It's also between my lunch, it's on my lunch break, so I don't really want to go back to session sweaty, you know? I am in the woods on a little hike. So far it's very nice. There's lots of water, lots of birds. Some cool mushrooms, just saw. I'm hoping to get like, I don't know, 2-ish miles in, something like that. Just something quick before I have to go back to work in an hour. So I think I got time for it. But yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy over here. Okay, so I have finished my training walk and I'm now eating my lunch. And these two geese are making their way upstream. Don't know if it is because I have a sandwich. I am unsure. However, it is interesting nonetheless. Or maybe they are getting out. If I get attacked by a geese, I will let you know. Perhaps they are taking the high road to ambush my bread. It is unknown. However, this is a beautiful little stream. Hello there, I am happy to report that the geese did not come to me. They did not take the high road. They did, however, go to the other entrance of a river, right there, which is where a whole big family is at. So perhaps they are seeking vengeance on that family. I don't know. Or they're getting back into the river just to be floated on back down right in front of me again. So the geese situation remains a mystery. However, I do think that did enlighten me that I may have a small fear of geese. I don't think it's unjustified. However, I do think I have a small fear of geese. So we learn something new every single day. Okay, so post-training, I'm gonna do quotations because it wasn't very long. Post-training walk, I did 1.6 miles because I need to eat before I go back into my job. So I ate my sandwich, I have a peach, and I also have my water bottle. This is stuff that was also all in my pack that I forgot to mention. But it was very nice. I think that maybe next week is when I'll add 2 10-pound dumbbells into my bag instead of just the one. But it was a very lovely walk. And I took it to try to be very mindful in how I was walking, being aware of where my body was at, where the pack was on me, what might be uncomfortable. So I am going to keep track of that as the months go by, leading up to the Camino, which I'm very excited about. That is it. So long.